got an invitation from National American Miss when I was 16 to be part of the pageant. And it was just a generic invitation. I thought, why not? I never really done anything like that before. So I decided to enter, and then I didn't think about it until after I had enough money to attend the state finals, something like that. I was like, maybe I should make my own dress, because if I went and bought a dress for the ballroom competition, then it would cost about $500. Something like that. The girls that I talked to spent $200 and $500 on their dresses that they were only going to wear once. So I decided to make my own. I thought that was a little insane. Like, we have nothing else better to do than to just go out and buy a brand new dress, because they said it had to be floor length. Like, we would just have those kind of dresses sitting around. So I made my own, and then also it was around the time they had banned plastic bags from Long Beach. So we had a box of those plastic bags that someone gave to us since they couldn't have them in their store anymore. And I was like, why not just make one? Plastic bags. Just make one. I don't think they really got it. They didn't really understand. I don't think the judges were very impressed. A couple of them thought it was a good idea, but for the most part, they weren't very impressed. They didn't want really kind of like an activist type of, they didn't want an activist kind of attention to the National American Miss pageant. They just wanted the regular apple pie American girl in there. But I made an impression on the other girls that were there. Well, they were all asking about it because it made a lot of noise when I walked past them. So they were like, what is your dress made out of? And I was like, well, I made it out of plastic bags, because it's kind of an inside joke with me and two of the other girls that were from Long Beach. And they knew about the whole plastic bag ban. They're like, oh, that's funny, we get it. So we were kind of telling the other girls about it, and then we started talking about, because they'd never, lived without the plastic bags, when they go grocery shopping. So we were telling them, like, you can make your own reusable bags, and you can not even go grocery shopping. We were just sprouting all these ideas about being little environmentalists, and they were all thinking about it. And I think I got them to go on Pinterest and we were getting more ideas together, so. From a friend of ours, my friend Mikayla Salatino, she taught me how to finger crochet, because I thought the way she did it was really cool. And she makes these amazing dresses and bags and all kinds of stuff, so I thought I could make some stuff too, except my stuff isn't as elaborate as hers. Like, she makes these amazing dresses. I kind of like to do it for the design, like with the webbing on the wall. So I just like to use it to yarn bomb, and I've never yarn bombed a wall before, so. I actually don't remember how I got into yarn bombing. I just remember finding it on, I think, Pinterest or Google. I found it somewhere. And then I started searching it, and then I think it started in San Francisco or New York or something. I have no idea, but I thought it was really cool. And I was learning how to crochet, and then I was learning how to finger crochet. And then since I hadn't seen any finger crocheting, yarn bombing done, so I thought I'd do some of that. And it looks a lot cooler than I thought it would. Yarn bombing is like knitting or crocheting graffiti. So you can make a small piece, a simple square, and then just sew it onto a lamppost, or make a scarf and put it on a statue, or beanies on statues and things like that. I don't think I've ever had any complaints about it. I just get a lot of compliments. People think it's really cool. They think it's cute, and that it makes the environment a little bit more warm and fuzzy. Well, the Long Beach Depot is a creative reuse store, and we're the smallest right now, I think, in the nation. We take items that are typically thrown away or, hoarded in the little drawers, and we sell them for small, low prices to students and teachers, artists, and they all use it for whatever little projects they have. We have a lot of buttons on a lot of fabric. We used to have a lot of plastic bags, but I think those got sold out too. Scrap pencils, mill ends, scrap wood, books, and people just make art out of all those things. One of the artists took, I think, one of the old books that we had, or from acres of books, and cut it open and made like an altered book out of it. He made it really like, I think he put a little Buddha statue in there and just made it amazing. Artists do all these amazing things with old books and different scraps that they find at the shop. The shop has brought attention to what we do with our waste in the community, and I got our neighbors thinking about all the things that they have in their junk drawers and all the things that they throw away and what they could possibly do with those to save money on school projects for their kids, or just so that they don't feel like they're hoarding this stuff for nothing. They're making stuff out of it. I have some jewelry that I'm going to have displayed out of a box of buttons that I found. They're all just, I think there were 6 different colors, so I just kind of alternated those. Matchboxes, old matchboxes, and scrap paper, all toy tins, beads, things like that. Just kind of made little random stuff out of it, altar boxes. This is my last semester at LBCC, and I'll be graduating with my AA in Business Administration, and I'll be transferring to Cal State Long Beach in spring 2014. I'm going to continue Business Administration with a concentration in marketing. I don't like taking art classes at school, like standardized art classes. I never got along with my art teachers, because they're always telling you what to do. And they'll have us spend like $200 on like art supplies that you're only going to use twice in class. And I just never had a good experience with art teachers at public schools. Mm-hmm. You don't have to learn at school. I think you can learn on your own. You can learn from other artists. It's the best way. You can learn on YouTube, like just different things, then make your own. They don't allow a lot of creativity at school. A lot of my friends right now who are still in high school or middle school, they'll tell me, I hate my teacher. They don't want us to be creative with this project, or they want us to use exactly these materials. And I remember in fourth grade, I did the mission project, and our teacher told us we had to buy whatever our mission was. We had to buy the kit for it at Michael's, otherwise we would get an F. And that kit was, I think, $40 at the time. I didn't think that was fair, because a lot of my fellow classmates, we didn't have that kind of money. We're all fourth graders. Right. So we could have made that stuff easy at home. We used little Play-Doh, cardboard boxes. We didn't have to go and buy that foam set at Michael's. And I think the best teachers are the ones that hate the curriculum that's given to them, to be honest. But I don't see a lot of teachers like that anymore. Well, I've known Trace for years. Like, my mom and I would go over to his place and we'd just have tea and chill out. But I've never really worked with any of these artists, like, on a project before, besides me yarn bombing at Trace's garden a couple times. It's been pretty interesting. They're both really funny. I think it's going to be really cool. I like their pieces so far, and we're, like, giving each other feedback. Like encouraging each other, like, yeah, it looks really cool.